This is the third ever, episode 3 of the Unsuppressed podcast.
Trace.
Who's doing the intro?
Toi.
We.
Use.
The Unsuppressed podcast talk about crazy shit, loud shit, weird shit, whiskey shit, the
Fat
whiskey
shit.
shits. Shit.
After that first show, I don't think I can handle it.
I'm Jake. This is Greg, Jace, Mr. KJ over there. And glad you joined us. What kind of whiskey do we got this evening?
Tonight we are sipping on some Benjamin Prichard's Sweet Lucy.
Yeah.
And they ain't lying.
And they are not lying. Boy, is Lucy sweet.
She is.
It's definitely a dessert whiskey. Like you sip this. It's not like a one that you get get 2 or 3 glasses into, and they're like, man, where'd that go? You know you're drinking it.
And this bottle of whiskey is a little special to me. It was actually a gift from someone very close to me. And they presented me with this bottle of whiskey after a long weekend of shooting, which, of course, I had to take a shot of right away on the range.
Well, I mean, good thing it was a shot, and you didn't have to sit there and drink, almost a whole glass of it.
Yeah, Sweet Lucy is probably a dessert wine, or for you ladies,
Dessert whiskey.
I don't think it's wine.
For you ladies, dessert wine.
You said wine.
Did I?
Yes.
I've already had a few whiskeys
How many
tonight.
whiskeys are you in? How much Sweet Lucy
I've
have
already
you
had a few Jamesons, but I am actually right now sipping on Sweet Lucy. But it's a dessert whiskey, or for you ladies that like to mix your whiskey a little bit, because men don't mix whiskey. That might not be a bad choice. But I will say this: for every bottle sold, they donate a piece of that profit to a soldier's child, which is a nonprofit foundation for children of fallen soldiers, Marines, servicemen, airmen.
That's awesome.
And it's I was curious about it before we came on here and looking, and it's actually based off of a duck hunting drink that I guess the old timers used to do, and that's why there's ducks, I guess, on the bottle.
And she is smooth too, not just sweet.
It's smooth. It'll go down, but man,
I mean, it's a little too sweet for me to go out and drink.
I don't know.
all night.
Like, if we finish that bottle, like, it could get dangerous.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's almost like a hard Kool-Aid or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of us will have diabetes for sure.
Yeah. And we rushed him to the hospital, and it was all good, but he's got diabetes. All right, so we're going to keep up with this whole
Tradition.
It's kind of a tradition now. We're gonna at some point we're gonna run out of truths, and I didn't think it would come at episode 3, but it's actually getting very difficult.
We'll know
I won't run out of
everything.
truth. I have a hard time coming up with lies.
Oh, I can come up with lies. Like, that's no problem.
I played pro football,
I invented the internet.
which was true.
Global warming.
That was a curveball.
Global warming. I came up with that.
Well, I'll start it.
Well,
If
yeah,
everybody's still thinking on it, I'll start it. So when I was 12, my first guitar ever was a Fender Stratocaster. My first car I ever bought with my own money was a Nissan Pathfinder. And when I was 8, I shit my pants in church.
Like, who hasn't shit their pants in church? I mean, I did that last week.
I was gonna say, when was the last time you shit your pants?
Oh,
Jeez.
maybe a year ago.
Legit?
Legit.
Yeah, like
Okay.
stomach bug, shit my pants.
Okay.
Mine happened like, geez, how do we get onto this? This is too truthful. Okay. Mine happened like 4 years ago on a run.
Yeah.
I was awful.
Yeah.
Like, I get out in the middle of nowhere. Well, actually, I was in town. And it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I could see the 7-Eleven. Like, I could just see it, and I was like, "Oh,
Get there fast enough.
I shit right on the side of the road, a little bit in my pants. I had to duck walk my ass all the way to the 7-Eleven. That's the second time I was shit.
Hanging out like it's India, huh?
That's it.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I shit myself. I mean, I guess now it's probably 6 years ago. 6 or 7 years ago.
This took a dark turn. Why did you go there?
I was in Egypt. It was bad.
I got a shit story too.
I was like, oh, I just got a fart. Nope.
Yeah, never trust him.
No,
never
and
trust
the thing was the whole team was down with it bad, except for me and one other guy. So we were making fun of him. We were giving him shit. Fucking weak gene, pussy motherfuckers. Next thing you know, we just hit it. It was just delayed on us, and like we both got the same time, dude. We both shit ourselves.
At the same time.
My shit story real quick, and then we'll go back to your truth and lie.
We got a lot of questions to ask you.
When I was a teenager, my stepbrother, we lived together, and one of the things we do is fart on each other, right?
As boys do.
like you do.
So he's laying there in bed, and I go over there and fart right in his face, and and he doesn't like that. And I got him again later that night, so he got pissed off the second time and runs over, pulls his pants down to fart on me. And projectiles, an acorn turd that hits my fucking arm, and I sit there frozen, like, what the fuck just happened?
Game over.
And I gain my strength to turn the light on, and sitting there on the floor, and
There's a little milk dud.
scream. Oh man, I wanted to kick his ass, but he was too young.
I got you.
They called him Shooter for a while.
Shooter McGavin.
Shooter McGavin. You eat piece of shit for breakfast?
All right, let's get back to this. Who bought your first guitar?
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Oh, so he made it. His elves made it.
His elves made it at the Fender plant.
Did you know what you had
Yeah.
when you got it?
You said
looked like that, but-
Strat? Was it a Strat or a Telly?
Strat.
What color?
White. White pickguard off white body.
Oh, okay.
Just like
Nice.
Clapton or Yngwie Malmsteen would have played.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Arpeggios from hell.
Did you appreciate this gift where you're like, man,
yeah.
I asked for the other one?
Yeah, no, it was...
Did you
That was
get
the
an
one.
amplifier with said
Yeah,
Strat?
PB112.
Oh, all right.
Man. See,
I think so.
that's about when you started really playing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because a year later, as we found out last week,
You were
his first
jamming.
gig. Yeah,
Yeah.
his first gig was at the
Playing Sweet Leaf in a
yeah.
Sweetly.
club.
There we go.
All right, Pathfinder. What year?
94.
What color?
Gray.
I need some Pathfinder. I don't know much about the Pathfinders actually.
I mean, so give us
It had rims and tires on it.
give us the shit story. I want to hear it. We gave you ours. Like,
Third grade, 8 years old. Tried to eke a fart. And
how it always
You
happens.
gambled and lost.
gambled and lost. Never trust a fart.
Got
And,
hot real quick.
Didn't say anything, but my mom figured it out quick.
You didn't have to say anything.
You did.
And,
You don't have to say
Someone
much.
shit the
I
bed.
think your ass will say it for you.
She just turned and looked at me over her glasses, grabbed my arm, stood up. We walked out, went home.
All right. I kind of
Man.
believe the shit story.
I-
That his story
It
kind of
happens to the
flowed
best
off
of
the
us.
lip of his tongue, the
Yeah.
tips of his lips and his tongues.
Man,
I gotta believe the Fender story too.
yeah, because that's.
I
about
don't
the
think
time
his
he got
first
to-
car was a Pathfinder.
I agree.
Yeah, Pathfinder.
Pathfinder.
Yeah, Pathfinder.
I never shit my pants in church.
No,
Too bad.
man, I would have.
I shit my pants in the TGI Fridays. That was my
basically,
bad.
he gets us all to tell us our shitting in our pants stories, and he's like, "Nope, never."
Yeah, I
shit
mean,
my
mine
pants."
was
I was
good,
just,
too.
I was joking. Like,
I was joking, totally
Totally
joking.
joking.
Mine was
Yeah.
a joke.
Yeah, me too.
not cool,
I was just
man.
kidding.
No, not me. I really did shit my pants on a run. Well, all right, Greg, you're up next.
Oh, jeez. All right. All right. Well, you brought up Bruce Springsteen.
Mhm.
So my grandfather used to go running with Bruce Springsteen just about every morning.
He's over there. He's already calling bullshit. I can't think of one. Bruce Springsteen. I got one.
The questions are filling, but continue.
When I was one of my deployments to Iraq, we were looking to buy some additional armored vehicles, and we found a guy who was selling 2 armored BMW 540s. So me and another teammate took these 540s on a joyride all over Baghdad, like hammering them, drifting, like just full like Fast and Furious all through Baghdad, over the bridge into Karada, like all through these nasty areas. Just me and him solo. Brought him back, dogged the piss out of him. Stinking brakes, stinking clutches, and yeah, they were too small. They weren't the cars we were looking for. And let's see, last one.
Think of that truth.
I once spent 8 hours in an Egyptian prison.
Okay, that is true. 100. That one's 100% true. So
Well,
it's between.
boys.
It's okay. So why'd you spend a night in prison? But although I want to hear the story, but I know that one for a fact is true. Or I've been lied to.
We were transiting through a port in Egypt, and we had some hardware that probably we shouldn't have. And you can get that stuff through. We did it all the time. You pay the money to the highest ranked guy there, and we paid the guy, and he was like, yes. And then that guy left,
Yep.
and another guy showed up, and he wasn't happy with it because we didn't pay him. We didn't have enough money to pay him because we just gave it to the other guy. And so they confiscated all our stuff and threw us in prison.
How'd you
Right
get
out.
I called the buddy
Rock hammer.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rock hammer.
He had some fishing
Exactly.
line. He was
Exactly. I called the buddy because I always carry a drop cell phone. So I had 2 cell phones. So they confiscated a bunch of stuff. One of our cell phones, I stashed another one on me.
Where'd
And
you keep it?
in a very toy place. They don't search that well. And I called the buddy back at home and faked a call with the U.S. State Department. And basically, hey, Mahmoud,
Yeah.
said, dude, U.S. State Department, they want to talk to the highest ranked guy here. Fucking about to become an international incident if you don't let us out of here.
So your buddies spoke Arabic, or they spoke
No,
English?
yeah, most of them speak broken English.
Broken.
There's always one
Yeah.
guy there Yeah, and they let us out, gave us our stuff back, let us through. We went on our way.
Okay, that's true.
So cruising through Baghdad, there weren't any police. I mean, you're obviously
Oh, yeah, I mean, there's
Right.
IPs everywhere.
they can't do shit though if it's like
Well,
a
I mean,
military
they
vehicle.
can light you up. They can light you up with a PKM machine gun, which that happened once too.
So you guys weren't worried about that when you were cruising the streets?
Not really. We're kind of having fun joyriding. To be honest, these are the fastest cars we'd been in a while.
Huh?
And you guys didn't purchase them.
No, we didn't
didn't.
purchase them. They were 5 Series. They're too small for us to fit in with armor and
Right.
all our gear.
So where did your grandfather live when he used to jog with
Old
Bruce
Bruce.
Springsteen?
Good old
Toss.
Tom's River, New Jersey. Go ahead, Google where Bruce Springsteen lived.
No.
Go ahead, Google that
Why
shit.
does your grandpa live up there? What kind of job does he do, or why does he live in Jersey? Are you from Jersey?
Yes, originally.
Oh,
yes,
you
I
are?
am.
That's the problem.
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yep.
If that is a lie, that's a well articulated lie
Yeah.
from.
He's quick.
Yeah, he is.
I'm very, very, very sneaky.
Was this a running club, or it was him and
No.
Bruce Springsteen?
How'd they meet?
I mean, they lived like in the same neighborhood. They like lived right down the street from each other. And Bruce would go on a run every morning. My grandfather's retired World War II vet. He'd jog every morning. They became buddies, and they'd run every day together, just about.
So did you ever meet good old Bruce?
I did not.
You did not.
No.
Let me go with the Egyptian prison story.
No.
It's hard
Don't-
between that one or the
Don't
street
do
racing.
it. Don't do it.
I all of a sudden believe the Bruce Springsteen.
Well, you can be swayed real easy.
Well, I mean, that was solid, responses. He's from Jersey,
Man.
the boss.
Man, what are the odds that he comes up? You
That's
just
what I'm
talk
saying.
about it, and he comes up
By
with,
the way,
like he did.
Yeah, I thought
he
of
made
that
it,
too.
He made it believable because he was like, it's not me, it's my granddad.
True.
Which probably he did go jogging every.
I'm going to stick with my initial one and go with the Bruce Springsteen as the lie.
Wait,
I'm changing it.
you're changing it.
I got to stick with my initial thoughts.
I hope it's the other one.
I'm going with the joyriding.
See, I wanted to go with that one too,
Yeah.
but man, it's just too much of a coincidence to. I got to go with Bruce Springsteen.
He said
Joyriding.
Springsteen.
Both of those are actually true. Both of those are true. I did not spend the 8 hours in the Egyptian prison. You may have heard the story through Destin.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was the one?
That's it.
That was my lie. But one of our sister teams did have that happen to them. But it wasn't me.
That's interesting.
So it was like all black girls in this team?
One of my sisters.
What?
I was like, hold on, wait. Sister team, I get it.
Terrible joke.
That was like a bad
I need
dad
to warm
joke.
up a
But
little.
that did happen with Destin's team,
Yeah.
and that's exactly how he got out.
Did he call you?
No, he called one of the program managers.
Okay.
For the deal, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
right,
I'll go
you're-
next,
you're
I guess. I'm going to go with all my LA stories. So these are all things that
crap.
happen.
And I
living
think
out
I've
in
heard
crazy
like
world.
a couple of them.
Right.
So hopefully I score well.
All right. So first one, I was at a red carpet event, Cirque du Soleil. My buddy got me some VIP tickets and shit for the red carpet after party. Got in a limo with Vanessa Hudgens. She's a actress, High School Musical and all that. I went to a hotel party with her. No big deal. Number 2.
I don't know who Vanessa Hudgens is. So.
I don't
She's an
either.
actress, singer.
So well known.
Good on you for not
She
knowing.
dated like
I don't know.
Zach
who she is.
Efron. Does that ring a bell? She like dated him. I know y'all know that name. Don't even lie.
Let me name drop for a second.
Okay, so that was the first one. Second one, I was playing a gig at Universal City Walk, which is like, I guess like an offshoot of Universal Studios or something. They got rides and shit.
Right.
So I was playing the stage, and back in the back, after I was done, I went back there and was hanging out with Sinbad. And he had like 2 earpieces, like the ones where you're just talking to yourself. He had 2 separate ones. He was like yelling at people, talking to people. And we sat there and talked, shoot the shit for a couple hours after the show. And then I saw a dude get fucking shot on Hollywood Boulevard. And they moved everybody away, and we went up the streets, and the cops blocked it all off. But
Was that at night?
yeah,
What were you doing out?
All right.
going
here
to
it
the
comes.
bar.
Going on
504, which is a Louisiana-themed bar,
How do you get shot?
with a gun. it was
with a knife.
You got shot with a hammer?
technically it was the bullets. No, a dude. It wasn't a drive-by. It was a dude that was on the sidewalk, gang-related,
Oh, gang related. On the strip, huh?
on Hollywood Boulevard.
It was on the news.
No. Well,
They
not
don't
that
re-
I
they
know.
don't report
I
that
mean, it
shit.
may have been. I didn't have.
What kind of dude got
Cable.
shot?
A gang member
A gang
looking
member.
guy.
A gang member looking guy. That's very presumptuous of you.
What colors was he wearing?
I thought you were about to ask something else. What colors was he wearing? I don't know. Like baggy jeans and a shirt.
Not
You
like
don't even know. You're just actually just making this up as you go along.
Possibly.
You're assuming.
Possibly.
man. The first story. Okay, so Sinbad. Why was he yelling at people?
Because he was on the phone doing business.
What year
he
was
was yelling
this?
at the people he was on the phone with.
What
So
year
he had
was
a
this?
Bluetooth. So.
2012. Yeah, Bluetooth.
Was earpieces a real big thing
Yeah.
on the phone?
Yeah,
in
but around then
2012?
it was. Yeah.
Really? I
Yeah.
still don't use earpiece. I still
don't
don't know
either.
how Bluetooth.
And then we went
But
to
at
eat.
that time, I could see that.
Then we went to eat at Buca de Beppo after the show.
Buca de
Buca de Beppo.
Buca de Beppo.
Buca de Beppo. Oh, however the
You're
hell.
speaking
What kind-
Latin
what
to me,
kind
like,
of-
I don't
Buca de
know.
Beppo. It's an Italian restaurant.
Oh.
You've never heard of Buca de Beppo?
No.
Who? I guarantee you, people out there probably haven't even heard of it.
Yeah, you
Our
know.
3 viewers.
Yeah, you're welcome. We gave all of you a shout out.
Go ahead and type in, send us your responses for
Yeah.
if you've been to Buca de Beppo.
Yeah.
Go Google Boop-a-da-bapa and see if a restaurant comes up.
Buca de Beppo.
I'm gonna go on record as to say that you did not see a dude get shot.
Same.
Yep.
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 a lie.
Yep. It's okay. Yeah. What colors was he wearing? Jeans.
He got shot with a gun?
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared with a lie, so I had to think of one on the spot.
All right. Okay. So I'll go ahead. Man, so when I got my license to when I graduated high school, I went through 5 vehicles. First one was a 69 Chevelle Super Sport.
Nice.
67 Ford is short wide that we redid. Then an MGB.
Cool. Yeah.
And then it was a 97 Ford. Or no, it was a Dodge and then a 97 Ford. So
we're not even asking these questions.
So
but anyway.
And then kind of a little lesser known fact, and surprisingly how easy it is. You can actually own a world record actually really easy. So it really is easy. We could probably go out in my backyard and catch a world record. I own an IGFA record for longest largemouth bass.
What?
So,
Longmouth bass?
Largemouth.
Okay.
What was the first thing? Long distance?
Largemouth. So IGFA keeps all the records and everything for the
longest largemouth.
the longest. So it's not like weight.
Right.
They also keep length records. So it's an
The
all
world
tackle.
record.
Yes.
For the longest.
But it's 25.5 inches. So like literally you could go out and catch, a 9-10 pounder, in Mexico and it's easy to break. And then I actually placed 3rd in the Tennessee World National, Tennessee Walking Horse. I think it's a celebration.
The World
Yes,
National.
for that
All right,
light shod Tennessee.
Go the cars again. Go.
Okay.
67 Chevelle Super Sport.
Yeah, 69.
69
Yeah.
Chevelle Super Sport.
Yes. The 67 Ford, which was a truck. It was
Yep.
short wide bed.
Yep.
We redid it. And then
Cool.
I believe it was a 72 MGB,
Okay.
Hunter Green. And then I want to say it's a 94 Dodge Ram blue. And then a 97 Ford XLT.
F-150.
Yes. Step side.
That's 5 cars
With
the time
from age 16
to 21 when you finish high school.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why?
Good. He's
Were
good
you
at this game.
were you wrecking these or just selling them?
So the Chevelle, they decided no 16-year-old should have that kind of car.
Agreed. What color was it?
Canary yellow.
Okay.
It had gold rims and a big ass stereo system in it.
Gold rims?
Yeah, it was gold billeted. They were billet. I had a bunch of holes in them.
Sounds like a twat magnet.
Yeah. No, it was a douchebag magnet because everybody was like, "Oh, we're gonna race him." That's all it was, and so that's why it got taken away. Yeah. Then then my mom actually brought home a truck she found, the 67 Ford. She brought home that she found in a field because she was like, "Well, he's gonna earn it." She paid $75 for it. It actually ran. It had a hole in the floorboard, and we ended up fixing that up, and it never ran right, so we ended up selling it. And in the meantime, I drove her MGB that she fixed up until I ended up getting the 94 Dodge Ram.
What color was the Dodge?
Blue. Like a royal blue.
What kind of cab?
Single.
What chassis weight?
I don't know.
1500, 2500, 3500.
Oh, 1500. It was like a short wide. And I rolled it off of an overpass. And that's how I ended up with the Ford F-150.
With the broken arm.
No, nothing.
With the broken
Okay. So what are the 3 one more time?
World record
5.
bass, which is bullshit. Oh, we're talking
yeah.
cars
Yeah.
or lies?
No, the 2 truths and a lie.
Oh, then you had the IGFA world record bass in length, 25.5 inches. Caught of May of 2013.
Does that still
at
stand?
Lake El Salto. Yes, currently.
Is it against the rules to look that up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's I think that's the point of the whole thing. But
You
it
can
was
try to
called-
look
it
any
was
of my
called-
shit up.
It was, yeah. So the whole process of actually, so we actually went down to catch a world record bass. At least that's what we told our media members.
Yeah.
So I would take media members down to El Salto, and so we came up with a scheme of, hey, we're going to go down and try to break this record. And I was just the fortunate one to do it. And you have to have specific scales. You have to fill out all the information. You have to have 2 witnesses. You have to know the make and model of the boat and all that stuff. but it actually it broke the record by 3 inches because it's a length record.
Why are you sweating so much, kid?
Because it's
fucking hot in here.
And another thing just noticed, why is your bill on your hat so curved?
It's so squared off. Because usually I wear a flat brim.
I know. Why is it flat? I'm freaked out, dude.
I know. Well, because I thought I'd mix it up a little bit. And
I only wear flat brims. How do I curve this? Okay, flat, flat.
So it's actually 3 flat brims in one.
I'm saying the last thing with the Tennessee Walker thing just because.
I'm saying he is not the one that caught the fish.
I don't think so either. I believe he probably could have easily, but I'm going to go with that as the lie. No world record.
No world record? Yeah, I don't have the world record. But no one on that trip caught it. But you could actually really do that because the record is 25.5 inches, which is not all that long of a fish to catch, but there's little things like that throughout the whole IGFA record book, like Patrick Sebile.
Oh yeah, Patrick Sebile.
You know him?
Yeah, I mean,
Frenchie.
Old Pat.
Frenchie.
Old Frenchie Pat.
But he owns I want to say he owns 170 some odd world records because he goes through this book and goes, what are the easy ones that you can break
them off?
Do you get royalties for a record, or do you get paid?
No,
for
you don't
record?
get shit. You get maybe a plaque, and that's it. So
you just got to make sure you got the right people, right documentation, technicalities.
Yeah, it's all kind of a technical deal, and really what it comes down to is your witness and your scales. It has to be certified scales. So that's where a lot of guys will lose out on record fish is they bring them in and it's a scale deal. They don't have certified scales.
This is an educational program, folks. See, you learn something new
from all
Scales.
walks of life. Yeah, it's we're talking about fishing scales.
So this whiskey is pretty damn good.
It is, but it's getting
very sweet.
It's
strong.
getting tough to I think it's the initial. If you water it down a little bit, it's a little bit easier to.
It'd be nice if we had some water.
What is wrong with you?
Man, I got some wood chips in my eye today.
You've been working wood today?
I was sawing
chopping wood.
I was doing man shit, sawing wood.
Man shit.
And I had one little chip. The one time I didn't wear eye pro. Which you should wear eye pro. The fucking wood chip snuck up and stung me in my eye.
Is it still there?
Yeah. Sucks dick, to be honest with you.
Why don't we do this live and let's get that shit out of there? I'll go get some water. We'll drain it down.
Fucking, what are you going to waterboard me?
Yeah.
Grab a towel. Let's waterboard Greg on fucking live TV.
My, so, kind of last week we talked about what we're going to talk about. And I mean, right now, what everyone is talking about, I don't think there's a single person out there not talking about, and we can talk about it in a different facet, is Florida. I mean, that's what everybody is talking about right now.
The Sunshine State.
Yeah. And unfortunately,
where the elderly go
they're talking about it for all the wrong reasons.
What are they? They're talking about all their alligators down there, right?
Oh yeah, a bunch of gators trying to get our guns.
All right, I'm just gonna go out and say it. I'm gonna kick this off. I'm gonna hog the microphones.
Do it.
All those in favor of arming teachers, say aye.
Aye, in the right way. Huge process. If they do a huge process,
that's where it's debatable.
That's my caveat.
Say
a month-long training process.
That's my caveat. And I had this conversation the other day. Look, you guys know. I mean, I don't leave the house without a gun on me, right? Super pro Second Amendment, very conservative, very patriotic. But I don't believe that the government and the school systems will go through what is required to have a capable, competent individual armed in the school.
No.
And I'm not even talking from a training aspect. If they're going to allow teachers to carry in school, they need to go through essentially what you would go through to become a police officer.
Yeah.
Or get a top secret security clearance. They need to be vetted. They need a massive, massive background investigation. Mm-hmm. They need a polygraph.
Mental
they need
health.
A psychological profile.
Yeah.
See,
a lot of them are not even competent enough to be a teacher.
Exactly.
Right.
Hey, just this week, Sheriff's Department, I didn't even hear about that, but the Sheriff's Department did a raid on a meth house, and one of the people in that meth house was a second grade St. Tammany Parish School teacher.
Classy.
Very classy.
Stay classy,
Well,
St. Tammany.
Shaping young minds.
And not
while itching meth bugs off you.
and not many people are talking about narrowing it down and going through that, because not a lot of people are willing to go through that.
Right. And, and look, like, go ahead, man.
I was going to say, like, if you were a teacher that went through the process of becoming, qualified to carry it at the school, if a kid pulls out, say, a big butcher knife or like a sword and hasn't killed anybody,
samurai sword signed by
Bruce Lee or something, I don't know,
by fucking Randy Jackson.
That's even better.
Yes, I know.
So,
I got that movie
You see
reference.
the smear right here.
So nobody's gotten hurt yet. He's running after people, and everybody's, running away from him. Do
Load him
you
up.
shoot at
Load
him
him up.
if you're the teacher?
Yes.
Load him
Okay.
up.
Yes, but the teacher needs to be thoroughly trained
Right.
and then continue that sustainment training.
Right, because if it was a kid who, had issues and just brought his sword to show people and then started getting crazy and swinging it around, and somebody's like shoots at him, not qualified, and it ricochets off the wall and then kills somebody. It's like it maybe could have been,
Yeah. And here's the thing, like, you can what if it to death. And I would always
Yeah.
have these things. Well, what if 100 ninjas jump down from the ceiling? Like, look, you can what if it to death. But
Yeah.
the fact of the matter is, before anything, you got to vet and clear the teachers that will be armed.
Yeah.
And not every one of them will be armed. Not everyone should pass that scrutinization.
Yeah.
Secondly, you need to train them. And I'm talking rigorous training. I'm talking, and that's where I'm going. And it's got to be continuing. It's got to be every quarter, sustainment training.
Qualifications.
But the thing is, the time, these people have gone into the teaching profession, not the law enforcement profession, not the military.
Very different.
The time required to do all this and the money required to do all this it's cost prohibitive and it's time prohibitive.
And so, here's the deal. And we are actually, the teachers are actually having to buy their own supplies. So how are they going to additionally afford this?
So is it cheaper and easier to have plainclothes officers? Guys in suit and tie who doesn't have a big blue target on him.
Yeah, and I think so. Here's the deal, and like a lot of there's a lot of criticism going that the security school resource officer, the SRO in Florida, didn't go in.
I was going to ask you about that.
Look, here's the fact of the matter. Nowadays in policing, unfortunately, 90% of law enforcement officers are civil service paid. They're getting a paycheck to sit in a patrol car.
Write a couple tickets.
They're not police academies and law enforcement agencies do not build cops anymore, do not build warriors anymore, do not build any of that. And there's a very, very small percentage of people that do. So there's a lot of criticism saying, if you give a teacher, if you arm teachers, they're not warriors either. They're not going to do anything. But here's my caveat to that. Here's my argument. A dog that's not a real tough dog out in the open will run away from another dog or a fight. You put that dog in the corner, that dog's going to fight. Mm-hmm. So now you have a teacher barricaded in a room with all his students that he knows intimately, stashed in whatever safe area they designate in that room. They're going to fight, even out of their own survival. We're not asking them to go charge down the hallway and search this guy out and find him.
Right.
We're asking to be armed to barricade themselves and use that as an absolute last resort. Yeah. That's my thing with the teachers. They say, we shouldn't arm teachers. They're teachers. They're not cops. They're not warriors. We're not asking them to be cops. We're not asking them to be military personnel. We're not asking them to be warriors. We're asking them to have a last line of defense in a barricaded situation.
Yeah. And that would involve them wearing a gun every day, which is... For a lot of people, it'd be a pain in the ass initially. They're like,
a lot of times it is.
Because, how often does a school shooting happen? One out of every
here's the deal.
Million schools.
As we've seen with all of these things, you never know when, you never know how, but it's going to happen.
But see, the arming the teachers thing is just a temporary Band-Aid for the real problem, which is mental fucking health.
The real problem is parenting in this society.
Parenting too. We don't have very good mental health facilities.
Yes, as you should.
Yeah, and a lot of it's how somebody's raised, but I don't know. I just think
I
that
know I
there's
got my
a
ass handed to me when I was a kid.
My kids have graduated to the wooden spoon, the
Good.
big wooden
Yes.
kitchen spoon.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
What about the age limit thing that they're talking about? So 21 is the new age limit.
So,
they're
but we can
tossing around.
We're not. Let me get this straight. So we're not going to allow 18-year-olds to 20 to serve in the military.
Right.
So we can ask them to go die for our country.
Yeah. But they
with
can't
the
own a
same
gun.
rifle that they can't even buy.
Right. And that's my whole thing. Like, I do kind of agree. And again, I'm super pro gun. I've got all the guns you could imagine. Most of them sitting in my truck right now. But an 18-year-old kid who can't legally conceal carry a pistol, which is the only reason you have a pistol. The only reason you own a pistol is because you can't conceal carry a rifle.
Right.
All right. So 18-year-old kid can't legally conceal carry a pistol yet. Doesn't really have a need for a pistol. An 18-year-old kid doesn't really have a need for a magazine-fed semi-automatic rifle. Hunting shotguns, hunting rifles, yes. The caveat would be, that 17, 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid can go into the military. So whether they did a waiver, if you're in the military,
Right.
You're in the military, okay, cool. Military ID will allow you to buy these weapons now. Or not. I mean,
Well, you can.
does
you
it
can,
fix it? No, it still doesn't
You're
fix the
you're
situation. But
you're able to go out and buy a car. I mean, there's a lethal weapon right there. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey,
And-
raise that age to 21. We'll see how all the parents feel about carting their 20-year-olds around.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we talk about, well, it's all right if we want to go out and just shoot shit with our ARs, that's fine. And, when I think about it, it's like some things that we do like that, like going out to the bar, younger kids, obviously they can't go to the bar because they don't know enough about it. But when you think about it, 18-year-old kids just going with their buddies to go shoot ARs, it's probably a lot more dangerous depending on how they were raised.
Right.
So I can understand a somewhat of an age, whether it's 18 or 21. I'd give a little on that, but you got to make it all around. So alcohol has to switch to 18, or make it 21. But then health insurance, you're technically not an adult until 26. You can be on your parents' insurance because you're still a kid. So they're like prolonging childhood for everybody.
Right.
And people are growing up, I don't have to do this now, and I don't have to get off insurance until I'm 26. I'm still not really an adult. So we have to unify it.
So what's changed in all these? I mean, because opioid. I mean,
oh man.
I mean, let's talk about that. How many does that kill a day?
I bet thousands.
Thousands?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're talking about thousands a day, and we had 17 in one location. Is it how many in how concentrated an area we're talking about? I mean, because where is everybody up in arms about stuff like that?
Right.
I mean, that's what's so frustrating about this, and what's so, I think, so polarizing about this is that, it just happens to be guns, and
it's politics. The left is using it. The left loves school shootings, and they'll use it for their motive, their, agenda. And they're trying to make Trump a one-term president because they're trying to push this at him to make him do something to where the conservatives that, voted for him specifically for that probably won't vote for him next time. So they're trying to possibly end his second term with this gun issue, which is ridiculous.
did they? I forget. Maybe I'm too far gone from the last president that we had, but when Sandy Hook happened, where was the outcry at the president? Directly to him, like, you are killing kids, basically.
there was none.
I bet
There was none.
I bet there was some, but it probably wasn't covered by news. But I bet there was a small bit of people.
I mean, it's crazy to think about, like, some of this stuff. But
And I don't remember a whole lot of gun control talk after Steve Scalise got shot.
No,
Yeah.
Exactly.
no, there wasn't, not at all, because it happened to the right.
Right.
I mean, that. At least that's the way it seems.
Didn't they use the mental health card on him, the dude who shot Steve Scalise?
Right.
Because he was a left dude. He was
he's
crazy liberal
He's
guy.
crazy, yeah.
No, he's mentally.
Yeah.
It's a mental thing. Okay. Gotcha.
It's just
Vegas shooter.
It's funny when
mental.
you start taking a step back and you wonder, like, because they're attacking the NRA and they're really hammering on the NRA as a whole, like the NRA pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
How many of these mass shooters were actually NRA members who were raised in, families who taught gun control and gun safety and know your target, what's behind it, and be sure of your target before you pull the trigger and stuff like that.
Right.
There probably wasn't a lot of that around.
No. And I'll say this, I just finished running a 3-day class
At
Avada Training Center
Nevada.
with a good buddy of mine, Max Michel, who happens to be a eight-time world champion,
class
current world champion, USPSA world champion. The majority of our class was civilian, and I would pit them and their shooting skills and their decision-making skills and their ability to judge their own speed versus accuracy against just about anyone. And they're definitely far, far and away better shooters than 98% of law enforcement in this country.
Yeah.
And I would feel comfortable having pretty much any of those students that I had this weekend in a school with my kid.
Yes.
So
were any of them educators?
No, we had 2 attorneys, a psychologist. We did have a couple law enforcement guys, a couple engineers, but I don't think we had any educators.
Okay.
But just run of the mill, Joe the plumber, normal guys. But they like to shoot. They come out and shoot. They've spent a lot of time with me. Some of them have been with me for years now.
Right.
I'm talking 7, 8 years. And I'd put them in my kids' school.
Yeah.
So it is possible. It is capable to do this. And I can tell you right now, it will stop or extremely, extremely limit school shootings.
Yeah, it will.
But,
there's schools that implement this. There are schools.
Yeah.
And they don't have incidents, or they spend extra money on safety. Instead of having a school fundraiser for more chocolate or a new gym, they're spending it on safety, stuff that actually benefits the entire student body,
right,
instead of the community. You protect this. You protect the kids in school. You're going to protect the community, because that's where the next generation is coming from.
Yeah,
sure. So if you actually care about safety, you'll stop spending money on $10 million football stadiums and put that money into safety.
So I'm finally pissed off enough to just say this on air to all our 3 viewers.
Yes.
But I've been trying to get in touch with my son's school and administrators since he started kindergarten. What's that, back in September? You got kids my same age, September?
Yeah, September.
So first week my kid went back to school, I went to the front desk, introduced myself, gave him my business card, asked to speak to the principal or vice principal. Neither of them are available. What can I leave a message? I said, look, I do this for a living. I've done this for the U.S. government. I want to give free trauma training, free stop the bleeding, hemorrhage control training to your faculty. Please have them call me back. I called 3 or 4 times since. No calls back, no calls back, no calls back. I finally called the other week and made up some other excuse that I needed to talk to one of them about my son, and one of them picked up. He said, great, I will pass your information on to the guys that make the decision. I said, and either I will call you right back or I'll have one of them call you. Well, it's now been another 2 weeks and nothing. Unbelievable. I want to give them free.
Yeah.
I haven't brought up guns. I haven't brought up active shooter.
Life
I want to give them free hemorrhage control.
Practical.
Right.
Stuff that can save lives. And that's what's disappointing, because it's almost like at this point, do they care about the safety of their students?
That's it. You want to say you care about all the kids, you care about my kid? Bullshit.
Well, I wonder. I bet some of the teachers might, and probably care, but it's getting. They probably don't even know that was an option.
They're not passing along.
They don't know.
You ought to just go up there and start passing out flyers. Just start hey, free training started. Like, seriously, why not do that?
And it may be
Screw
because
that.
a lot of
Pass
people
them.
don't realize. A lot of people look at gun violence in general through a Hollywood lens. As horrific as it is to think about, some of these kids in these shootings may not have passed till 5-6 minutes after they were shot.
Absolutely, 100%.
They're there on the ground, unable
Bleeding
to
to
do
death
anything.
while
While
waiting
people
for-
have no clue what to do.
no clue, or the equipment.
Right.
Look, schools here in Louisiana have a little hurricane kit in the classrooms.
Right.
Well, why don't you have a trauma kit? Tourniquets, hemostatic agents, and then the knowledge to use them and utilize direct pressure, tourniquets, and hemostatic agents.
Let's not talk about a school shooting. Let's talk about
Jungle gym, compound fracture, femoral severed.
severed. So what are you going to do? Let's not talk about the violence in school. Let's say Timmy trips on on the playground and catches a screw.
Right, falls on a
up his
piece of
arm.
falls on a piece of rebar that wasn't supposed to be there, or whatever.
So let's take gun violence out of it. Let's just talk about practical use.
And I even said that to him when I spoke on the phone with him.
What was his response?
Of course.
Oh,
what
it's
is
a
he
great
gonna say?
idea.
Yeah, of course.
It's a great
of
idea.
course, of
Like,
course.
I love where you're going.
Exactly.
I love this.
I definitely want to do it.
I'll
Definitely.
never call. I will call you back.
Yeah, exactly. So it's bullshit, man. And I'm pretty pissed off and about to
Oh,
go Michael Douglas.
they've
Short
angered,
sleeve,
they've
black tie,
angered the
Yes.
beast.
Yeah.
glasses.
But
Yeah,
it's just
man.
like they think you have an agenda. I guarantee you what they're.
I
what's
told
going
him
through
straight
their
up, I'm not looking to make any money. This is not a contract. This is not a pitch. I want to come there on a day, give me an hour, and I'm going to give your faculty free hemorrhage control.
They don't. Oh, it saddens me to think that. I mean, that they're showing their true colors and that they just don't care. They don't. They have.
You would need to go strut your shit around the female faculty. Hey, ladies, I'm giving free trauma training. And they would beg to have it.
What's up? You
Hey,
want me to put a
babe.
tourniquet on you?
Which way's the gym?
Around your
Is
neck?
it this way? Is it this way? Is
You want to learn how to stop blood flow?
I could make you not feel your legs.
I think I need to set my boy up. I need to set my boy up with some
flyers?
moulage, and a little blood bag, and tell him to go trip and fall in the playground and start squirting all this shit out in his pocket.
Yes.
I need someone who's had trauma training. I'm gonna bleed to death if you don't put a tourniquet on my leg. Don't touch me.
You haven't been in my daddy's training.
If you don't have a tourniquet, I'm gonna die.
I need someone with hemorrhage
I'm
training.
gonna run around and. Greg Lappin, VataTrainingCenter.com.
Hashtag Vata training.
How was I?
Yeah, I need to do that. That might get some attention.
Man.
It would, but it's just man, it's just so disheartening. It's just.
Well, I remember when police started coming into schools because that didn't happen until I was. No, well, not that, but I mean, as
Scared
security
straight.
guards.
That was after Columbine. But we never saw cops at school.
But even after Columbine, we didn't have any. I mean, I didn't have a police officer at my school until sophomore year of high school.
What year
Did he
was
have a
that?
dog and was going through the halls?
2007.
Holy shit, you're a sophomore
Yeah.
in 2007?
I graduated
Isn't that
2009.
Oh, good
Yeah.
lord, man.
I'm 28.
Whoa, you're a baby, dude.
Yeah, man.
Nobody knows I'm his dad.
Which is maybe true.
I'm a young buck, but I feel like an old soul. So
Did you spend much time around Kansas?
He's drank enough whiskey to catch up with everybody.
yeah, I've had enough life experience to catch up with everybody too.
You
lot.
have had some. I mean, you've been from
Seeing all those people shot on the Hollywood Strip.
It was rough.
tough life. Someone's gotten to it. You've been everywhere from Nashville to
Well, I went
LA.
to college in Orlando. Met a lot of cool folks down there. Moved up to Chicago.
What possessed you to go to college all the way down to Orlando?
Disney
UCF?
World- Disney
You-
World.
Actually, the school that we both went
Yeah,
to, Full
Full Sail
Sail,
University.
is a technical school down
okay.
there. And
Did you guys meet?
No.
no, we went different time period.
I'm sorry, I phrased that wrong. Did you guys date?
No. Then Chicago. You heard my Chicago stories.
Yeah.
Then L.A. Seeing people get shot. And then Nashville for music.
Right.
And then down here. So Got a lot of friends in a lot of places. I'm sure we all do.
Down here,
I got a
New
lot of
Orleans.
enemies
That's
in a lot of
Garth
places.
Brooks song.
Yeah, we are in New Orleans. I don't know if we ever disclosed that on the podcast.
I don't think we have.
The greater New Orleans area.
I don't know.
Yeah, greater New Orleans. So I'm sure people
The
will love to
dirty.
hear that. Dude.
Bass fishing
And-
in the front, salt fishing in the back.
Dude, there is no bass fishing down here. Like, there is some in the river, but, man, it's not like it is. Like, I mean, like, Toledo Bend, like, those areas up there in northern Louisiana, solid.
Oh, yeah.
One of the bass lakes in the world.
Toledo Bend's awesome.
You can go
But-
out to like North Terrebonne area before it's brackish.
There you go.
You just got to find it.
Yeah. Good luck with
It's
that.
like a 2-hour
Come
drive
on,
and an hour
bass,
boat
bass
ride.
fisherman extraordinaire.
Yeah, I wish.
Or just buy a bay boat and go catch some specks and reds like everybody else.
I don't think Greg's heard the news.
Oh.
The bass boat is up for sale.
What?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I know you said you were going to sell it.
Yeah,
Have you
because
been
it's
on that bad boy?
It's you got. Did you put your bid in yet?
No, I did not.
I'll give you
I like-
$5. I got it in my pocket right now.
Good.
I would like to live a very long life. So,
So,
You can keep
so
your boat.
tell that story.
Oh, my
Okay?
God.
This is first
So,
first
KJ.
time in a true bass boat.
yes. Yes.
Like this is a Ranger Z521.
KJ moves here. He's like, I got a boat. You know, let's go out on the water.
You're thinking like pontoon,
Chafunta.
fucking party boat.
Yeah.
Or like a fishing
He rolls
boat.
up
I
with a
don't know.
keg. Like, all right, let's go.
Yeah, I got some beer with me. I'm like casual little trip, you
It's
know,
6 o'clock
up the
in
river.
morning.
And I get on that thing, and it's like a foot off the water. It feels like, and we start going, and as soon as we get out of the wake zone or whatever, he hits it.
Yeah.
Dude, I was not expecting that shit. I gripped
Face or something
I
like
gripped
this.
that fucking handle as hard as I could. I had white ass knuckles. Every wake we hit, I was like holding
And
on
I'm
for
just
dear
driving
life.
like a son of a bitch. I'm just like over here going,
Dude,
Yeah, of course.
taking these corners real wide, and I'm like,
and I'm not even on it. I'm going maybe 45 miles an hour.
oh, dude, he was
I-
fucking trucking it.
His nose was sucking to the back of his skull.
I hope you didn't smell the shit in my pants.
I was
And
like,
that was the last time I shit my pants.
we could have went about 2/3 of that, maybe half. I would have been cool. I was there
No.
to fish, man, drink beer, and I was like, shit, I might die today.
He really did.
I was imagining, like, how hard
multiple times he's sitting there and his eyes are just like, I'm looking at him. He's just like, "Hey, slow it down, please."
Well, it's like physically, because if I don't hold on, my face is gonna smash the fucking dash. Teeth going everywhere, so I have to hold on tight every wave. I'm like, is this the one? Is this
Is this the one that's going to get me?
is this the one right here?
I see the light.
The last wave I ever see.
My childhood's flashing before
Oh,
me.
it was fun. It was really, really fun though. When we got back and he was getting his truck, I was waiting there, and some guy came up. Nice boat.
He's like, "Thanks. It'll suck
It's
your
fast
face
as
off."
fuck too.
Thought I was gonna die.
So,
It was, dude, to see his face. You need to take it out once. I mean, because we had come up with a plan to keep it at
We
your
did.
house
I
for a
know.
while.
We came up with
it's
that plan.
gnarly.
Things happen, but
That
As much-
area
as
is
much-
still a marsh. It's been so
Yeah.
wet I couldn't get it.
You can't
I couldn't
get it.
I sunk a dingo back there, man.
really,
Dingo ate my baby.
a dog, like a
No,
an
you know, like
Australian
the
wild
little
dog.
mini bobcats that you stand on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
sunk one of those back there.
Ooh.
I had to tow it out.
But
my
you
truck.
need, as much as you love fast cars and
Oh, dude, I love
driving the
fast
hells-
everything, dude.
I mean,
Freedom.
this boat is, it's made to go fast.
I know.
It's got a hot foot on it.
I've been fast in boats before.
Ooh. Well, you probably been in like the big ass cigar boats. That would not.
That
be
doesn't
fun. That doesn't
tempt
appeal
me
to me.
the least bit.
No.
What?
No.
No.
Why?
At least owning one. If
Oh,
I can't
owning one.
If I get fish out of it, I don't care. to
There's
have
no way you're fishing out of a cigar
No.
boat unless you're trolling at
Dude,
like.
have you ever
270
been, Have you ever
knots.
been 100
it. No. On water? No.
knots?
No.
Fuck
no.
that.
Dude.
What is that like?
Launch
100
it, dude. Whop. Shut
100
the throttle off. Bop, bop, bop. I'm a dude.
I've done that in a 30-foot contender offshore, but not 120
Not
knots.
120 knots.
Yeah.
40
Yeah.
knots.
Fast, dude. Fast. They're insane.
No.
There's just some thrills that I can wait until I have terminal cancer for. Like some of them, I'm like, I have a pretty thrilling life, you know. There's so many crazy people that just driving is enough
Dude,
sometimes.
Here's the deal. I've never seen a guy in one of those cigar boats. I wasn't like, that dude.
Douche.
That dude is
bag.
a great guy. I bet he is an upstanding dude.
Upstanding guy. I wish I was like
Come
him.
in with about 3 girls.
Blasting the most obnoxious music.
80s.
Because that's what you
80s rock.
and he can't wait to just open that shit up. I mean, and just
Guns N'
and
Roses.
That's why it doesn't surprise me that he's
Unbuttoned Hawaiian shirt, gold chains, rings.
Yeah, man. Come on, Jersey Shore, bro.
Fake tan.
That's why-
that's
it.
Be in the pumpkin patch. We were all hanging out on the beach, dude.
Your name's Vinny.
Man, the Pumpkin Patch Kids.
That's why I'll probably never own like a super fast car because I don't know how fucking fast I drive it. Probably not any faster than I drive my Mercedes.
You go 35 miles an hour.
Well, I finally figured out launch control of my Mustang, and
you did?
Jake's experienced some of it.
You
Same feeling as the speedboat.
It's a fast boat. It's not a speedboat.
Well, may as fucking well be.
Man, you would have liked the car my client had this weekend with him. He had the Caddy CTSV wagon
Oh, really?
with a
Jake,
full
quick nod like you know what they're talking about.
full like stage
'Cause I'm
3
doing the same.
everything. He ran alcohol on it. Everything.
What?
Dude?
Tell me more.
Word.
So the CTSV Caddy is basically a fucking Corvette in an old
Basically,
man body.
literally-
basically just Corvette.
Had the whole thing work, suspension, brakes, everything, and he was pushing like 800 to the wheels.
800?
Yeah.
Okay, I got that.
I knew he was talking about horsepower.
Dude, thing
wow.
was insane. Sputtering, spitting, pop, pop, pop.
In a wagon. That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, and he can turn the
Active
baffles
exhaust.
off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it sounds like nothing, and then just stomps your ass.
What was he doing with that? He
That's
owns
one of
it?
his cars. Yeah, he's,
One of-
he's a
that's-
gear. Yeah, he's a gearhead.
He's just gearhead. He's like
Yeah.
collecting cars.
Yeah, it's awesome. It was an awesome car. He let me
Man.
drive it.
See, I love your car. Your car is badass. Like I would love to own a car like that, but I have no use.
I
for
can't own a car like that.
I have no use for a car like that. Like
Yeah.
I can't.
I can't speed. I cannot speed. Like I'll go 10 over max. But
Oh, see, I love going
fuck getting
fast.
tickets, man. Like
Love going fast.
I'm too
but-
nervous. They're up there hiding behind a bush and gonna get me for 12
They are.
over.
They're right behind.
Every
and I-
bush we're hiding behind.
Yeah.
He's in his
Like,
ghillie suit
I
with his
can't-
radar gun.
I can't afford a $200 ticket to get there 2 minutes early. You know, I just don't speed, so I have no use for a car.
2
like
minutes
that.
early with a higher heart rate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And having a whole lot of fun getting there.
With a
Yeah,
smile on your face.
I can't.
There was-
Still, he arrives everywhere with a smile on his face. I don't know what you're talking about.
thanks, KJ.
I can't
You're
own
welcome.
a sports car.
You can't?
No.
Just because, I mean, you know how to drive them.
I'd be like fucking Mario Andretti
Yeah.
all over where we live.
Yeah.
This guy followed me home. He came over and had dinner at my house, and he followed me home and getting off the exit I-12
Yep.
on a 190. That down ramp, it's got that off ramp's got some banking, and dude, I just way late, boom, trail braked hard, the Suburban into it. And just got a little trail brake oversteer and just hammered the Suburban around this thing.
Shit.
And he got home and was like, holy fuck, dude. I'm in a fast car. And, dude, he's like, it took everything I had to stay
To
on
stay on it.
around that back. He's like, you need a sports car. I was like, that's the
That's
exact reason
why
I
I
don't need
Yeah.
a sports car.
Because
Yeah.
everything's a racetrack.
Yes.
Everything.
Everything's a race.
And everybody's contenders.
And every on-ramp and off-ramp is like just an excuse to kick the rear
Light
end
it
out,
up.
you know?
If
Jace.
you would justify having a sports car,
What would you
what would you get?
Ooh.
M3?
All right, am I given a budget or no budget?
Yes, budget.
80
Yes.
grand.
80 grand. Shelby GT 350R.
Oh. Yeah.
R.
Yeah.
See, I even know what that is.
Because I could get that
Yes,
for
please.
about 68
65.
grand.
Yeah.
Yeah, the R, about 68 grand.
I'd get a Mercedes.
I do really like the the Camaro ZL1LE.
Z01 Elite.
But that's a little bit more. I think you can get them in the mid 70s, right? Yeah,
Something like that.
Something like that.
I haven't driven that, but I've heard they're a little heavier. But
Yeah, a little bit bigger.
but a little.
And I've driven some of the SSs. Wasn't super impressed, but man, those new Mustangs and that new GT350R.
Yeah, it's the best Mustang ever made.
Yeah,
Really?
hands down. Oh,
Yes.
hands down. Flat plane crank,
So-
V8, totally normally aspirated, independent rear
So
suspension.
what's the new Raptor Roush gonna set me back?
125, I think.
125.
A regular Raptor is going to set you back 68 grand.
Yeah, but the Roush.
Yeah.
I
Now
think that's what it
that
is.
that intrigues me.
Oh,
That-
me too, man. I just want a Raptor.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
If I didn't have a Govy ride right now,
Yep.
I'd probably buy a Raptor.
Yeah.
And I'd probably regret having the note, and my wife would hate me for it. But man, would I enjoy driving that every day?
You'd show
Yeah.
up 2 minutes early with a smile on your face.
Right.
Yep.
And need new tires every few months.
I love cars.
I love lamp.
I love lamp. I like that new Porsche though that we saw. Was it a
Oh, the new
Porsche?
GT3 RS.
GT3 RS.
Where'd you see one of those?
Online.
YouTube.
Oh, online.
On
the line.
On the
The
web.
sound.
I don't think it's anywhere yet.
The sound on the production, like we were watching.
Yeah.
It's on the Porsche YouTube channel.
They're a release teaser for the 2018 GT3.
Yeah. So if
Yeah,
you said I had no
crazy.
budget, that would have been my car.
That would have been it.
If I had no budget, GT3 RS.
What's
Hands
that run?
down. 180, 220, 250.
Probably mid twos.
Yeah.
Dude.
For the new one, yeah, 250.
I would steal it at that point.
Yeah. Why? You'd have to live out of it.
Actually, if you did a Mercedes sports car at 80 grand, the C63 AMG,
Yeah,
it's 4-liter V8
You're like,
bi-turbo.
the AMG. Is that
fu-
the one that has like the longer front on it?
Yeah, a little
Looks
bit.
like yeah.
Google.
And it sounds fucking amazing.
They're good cars, man. They're nice cars.
Might be a Mercedes guy for life. Who knows? My
Right.
car is pretty badass.
You're just running good. We're running short of time.
It's older than I am. What time were we
Uh-oh.
at?
We're at an hour and 5.
Hour and five.
Good.
Not too bad.
So,
Anything else?
what does everybody got coming up this weekend? Any big things happening? I know how's the progress on the gym going?
Gym's good. Subfloor's in. Subfloor's almost completed all the way. Next week, we're going to have a big painting party down at Vita Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So for all you 3 people out there that watch our shit,
Yeah. Thanks, Mom.
Google Vita Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh Lord, if my mom watched this, she'd disown me.
On Google. Yeah, Google Maps. I said Google. So yeah, Google Map Vita Jiu-Jitsu. Come down, fucking paint some shit with us.
Yeah.
Free pizza.
We don't
free
have a
beer.
date for that yet, but it's gonna be.
No, just come down. Yeah, whatever. Someone may not be there. Just hang out outside. Go next door and have a beer.
Show up, say, "Hey, fucker," and somebody will give you a paintbrush
Exactly.
and a
That's
beer.
that's
Thanks.
the
That's the
you know,
code word.
That's the code word. Hey, fucker.
I actually have a music gig this Friday.
Oh,
In
where?
Abita Springs. It's at the Abita Cafe, I think. Abita Springs
really?
Cafe or something.
Yeah.
So
Never
you guys
played there
You guys
yet.
are actually really branching out. You guys are.
Yeah, we're playing in
Redstone
Hammond,
is hitting it hard.
Covington, playing Madisonville, about every weekend. Sometimes we skip a weekend, but
To drink.
yeah. Check it out, Blair Stone Music, BLAIR Stone on Facebook, YouTube, all that.
That's how you guys are doing some covers. You guys are doing some.
Mainly covers. We write our
Yeah.
own music, but mainly covers. when
That's a
we go
good
out.
show. It's I always have a
Yeah.
good time when I go.
Legit.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, and we are on Facebook and Instagram, and
Yeah.
what else are we on? YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube channel.
Watch us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Facebook. We'll be putting shit up.
Let us know what you want to see or hear us talk about. Post some interesting.
Leave comments
Shit.
for us to talk about.
Yeah.
Dumb
yeah.
shit. Make fun of us or something so I can get fucking really mad and like
Make
call
fun of
you out.
him. Make fun of him.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
That'd be
I'm
fun.
fragile.
I'm not really feeling myself tonight either, so you know.
You're not? Why
No,
not?
man, I got
What-
this like massive hematoma on my ear, and
You got the bubble guts.
yeah, it's giving me a headache.
I
Dude,
watched him eat his dinner really fast.
Oh yeah.
And
That
I
was pretty good
apologize
steak.
for the spicy meatball marinade.
Oh, it's a spicy meatball.
I'm smelling it over here. Well,
Bagabagoo.
one week it was hot dogs for me. This week it's spicy marinade.
He ate
I just
the
wanted to
Boca
call him
Bada,
out.
Boca Buddha,
Boca de Beppo.
Buddha Beppo.
Buddha Beppo or something. But yeah, we are unsuppressed and look forward to coming at you guys pretty soon.